Hi, and thank you for joining me for this Healthy Holidays presentation. Just need to re-record this since it had some connection issues the first time here. But this presentation is going to center around how you can stay healthy throughout the holiday season through healthy eating, exercise, maintaining your stress, and just making healthy choices throughout this season. So we're going to talk a little bit about choosing healthy foods, keeping your portions in check, looking at that mindset a little bit differently through the holidays, maintaining physical activity, sleeping well, and maintaining your stress levels at a normal level too. So there's a common misconception on how much weight is typically gained during the holiday season. So you might hear people say, or you might see online, anywhere from an upwards of 5 to 10 pounds. The truth is that on average, most people only gain about a pound or two. That might not seem like a lot. Don't tune out now because this is still important. The problem is that most people don't end up ever losing that weight. So it adds up pretty significantly over time when you're consistently gaining that weight each year. Another factor is that beyond the holidays here in the climate that we live in, the winter weather, everything like that adds up, and we tend to just gain even more weight just throughout this winter season in general. And why we gain this weight can be a number of different factors, from how often that you're eating out, how often you're at different activities. There's a large variety of choices when it comes to food, and often we feel like we need to try a little bit of everything. The general nature of the food this time of year typically is higher calorie snacks, higher calorie drinks. We tend to cut back on physical activity because we put other things first. We have our busy schedules, things like that. And then again, that mindset is different. A lot of people will go in thinking, well, this is the only time of year I get this food, so then they eat too much of it, or it has that sentimental value, like this food reminds me of home, or this tastes just like mom's. Some people don't want to offend anyone by turning down food, or a lot of people get that mindset, I'll just have one, which leads to more, or even just I'll start eating healthy after the holidays. We're going to talk a little bit more later on about changing these different mindsets throughout this presentation. So one of the key factors to staying healthy throughout the holiday season is to try to keep your routine as much as you can. So try to meal plan, think about your week ahead or the month ahead, decide what meals you're going to make each night or what nights you know that you'll be eating leftovers. It'll make it easier for you to make healthy choices on busy nights and help you plan around some of those holiday events. It's also helpful for you to continue to prep your lunches when you're going to work. Prep those all ahead on Sunday. That way when you have your busy nights, busy mornings, feeling rushed, you don't find that you run out of time to get that prepped. Eat regularly. So our schedules get disrupted. Some people try to skip meals or save up their calories for the day for, a meal that they know they're going to indulge in later on. But it's really best to try to eat as regularly as you can. Even if you're running errands, you got parties to attend, try to stick to a normal meal schedule. Continue to eat 3 regular meals a day. Have healthy snacks in between if you need. Just try to keep your eating as regularly as possible to help you from overindulging. Maintain your exercise routine. So typically exercise tends to get pushed to the wayside this time of year. Again, schedules are busy, the days are shorter, which often makes it hard to find the energy when it's dark so early. But that regular exercise will actually boost your energy and it'll help to relieve that extra stress that is associated with the holidays, let alone battling that weight gain that can come with it. So make sure that exercise remains a priority and make sure you put it on your schedule so that you have it there and you stick with it. Keeping your sleep consistent is important as well for your health. Lack of sleep can lead to unhealthy cravings, lack of willpower to say no to things or make healthy choices, lack of energy, and then just overall poor dietary and lifestyle choices in general. So don't let this piece of your health get neglected this time of year. Set a goal of what time you want to be in bed each night or how many hours of sleep you want to get, and make sure that you stick with that. So one of the biggest things that can help you stay healthy throughout the holidays is making sure that you're being mindful of your eating habits. Start with fresh fruit, veggies, lean meats. Start with all those healthier, real foods first. And then if you're still hungry after that, go for a little bit more of the indulgent treats when you have less room, less hunger left for that. Hopefully then that will help you control the portions of those unhealthy foods that you eat. Choose the foods that you love. So scan the options at dinner or at the buffet, at a party, whatever it might be. Make note of the ones that you like the most, the ones that you know that you're really going to enjoy. You don't need to eat, some of every bit of the food that's there. Leave behind foods that you know you won't enjoy as much, or that you know are readily available any other time of year, and you know you'll have the opportunity to eat those at a different time. Just pick what you think you're going to enjoy the most, and then leave the rest out. And again, making a conscious effort to enjoy the food that you are eating. Make sure you're savoring each bite. You're paying attention to the smell, the texture, the taste. Chew it nice and slowly. Really make a conscious effort to be mindful when you're eating. Try to limit any distractions that you have, anything that can lead to you just kind of shoveling the food in and not really paying attention to that food that you are eating. And then along with that kind of chewing slowly, just slowing down when you're eating in general. It takes a bit for us to get this signal that we are no longer hungry or that we're full. So before you reach for seconds, wait 10 minutes. Have a conversation, drink a cup of water, just really let that food settle. Give your body a chance to really recognize whether it's still hungry or full. If you still feel hungry after those 10 minutes, then there's a good chance you are, and try taking a little bit more food then to see if that will satisfy you. And then using a plate helps you keep track of portions better, rather than just grabbing food off the table, popping it into your mouth as you have a conversation or whatever, or as you pass by. So take a plate every time. Make sure it's a small plate. Research shows that no matter what size plate we take, we typically fill it up. So do yourself a favor and take a small plate so you have less room to fill it with food. Also leave behind that clean plate club mindset. If you accidentally take too much food, don't feel obligated to finish it. Eat slowly, recognize when you're not hungry, and just leave behind what you don't want or what you can't finish. Don't socialize next to the food. Keep your distance from the food table. As you're standing next to the food table, it's easy to just kind of mindlessly grab at it. So take the conversation away from it to help you stay mindful in what you're eating. Also, eating before you go. Don't go to a holiday event starving. Don't skip meals earlier in the day to save up for that next big meal. Eat regularly and keep your appetite under control. Have a healthy snack before you go to a holiday party to take the edge off and help keep you from overindulging. Keep healthy snacks on hand this time of year. That can be really helpful too. There are long days packed with shopping, Christmas shows and concerts, parties, things like that can kind of keep you out of your normal element. And then it's easy to stop at that food court at the mall or to quick run through a drive-through at a fast food restaurant when you're feeling hungry. Instead, keep some veggies, some fruit, some whole grain crackers, low-fat string cheese, whatever it might be. Keep that stuff on hand to stop you from making those unhealthy choices when your stomach starts grumbling. Another good strategy is to use healthier cooking methods. There's an abundance of healthy holiday recipes that you can find online. So, just a simple Google search, and just be mindful to make sure that it is actually a healthy recipe. You can also find ways to substitute higher fat, higher calorie, or sugar ingredients for better options. Some strategies, skip stuff that's in boxes, make it from scratch, skim the fat off the gravy, remove the skin from the turkey, center your desserts around fruits, use unsweetened applesauce or mashed banana in place of butter when baking, or use low-fat or fat-free dairy options. Serve appetizers with healthier dips like hummus, salsa, guacamole. Simple substitutions like that can go a long way when you're trying to eat healthy through the holidays. Another thing to consider is the leftover factor. So, one strategy to help you with this is to try to make only as much food for the amount of people that you're serving, but we all know that this is really difficult. So, being able to indulge in that one holiday or just a couple times is fine, but when we have all these leftovers, typically if you keep it, you're going to eat it. So trying to be smart about that. Divvy up the leftovers, send some home with your guests, invest in some cheap Tupperware before the holiday so you don't feel bad giving yours away, and really try to keep it out of sight. Keep some of the healthier stuff if you want, if you can make some healthy lunches or dinners after that, but try not to keep too much that you feel like you have to eat big portions to eat it before it goes bad. Cravings for unhealthy foods and beverages typically increase significantly this time of year too. Number of different reasons. There's more availability of these foods. There's that social aspect of the holidays. The extra stress we endure makes us crave these foods. The lack of sleep does. So really do your best not to let these cravings win out every single time. You can wait for it to pass. Believe it or not, you can wait. Just give it 10, 20 minutes, and if you still want something, chances are you are still hungry. Otherwise, you may find that craving just disappears altogether. So try to get your mind on something else, take a walk, play a game, get in a conversation with somebody, and you might be surprised to find that when the time passes, so does the craving. Drink up. So a glass of water can help you to get through those cravings. Sometimes we mistake thirst for hunger. So we just know that our body is telling us that we need something, but it doesn't know exactly what that is. So try to drink a glass of water first, see if that satisfies you. And if not, then you can reach for some food. Give in just a little. So don't let yourself lose control. So take a moment, think about what you're doing, be mindful. If you decide to satisfy or do it with just a little bit of that food. Take out a serving, put the rest away, or just make small portions to begin with. And then keeping it real. So, if you really want that piece of pie or a cookie, if you continue to choose a healthy option instead every single time, chances are you're never going to really be satisfied, and eventually you're also going to reach for that cookie or that piece of pie, and now you're going to eat double the calories. So let yourself indulge in what you really want, just a little bit, so that you don't feel that you're deprived of it. Another thing to be aware of this holiday season are the beverages that you're choosing. This time of year offers even more temptation to add an extra calories through fun holiday drinks. There's seasonal flavors and drinks like pumpkin spice lattes and peppermint mochas, hot chocolate, apple cider, eggnog, holiday cocktails. And then there's just additional opportunities to indulge in all these too with all the events that are going on. And most of these drinks are full of calories, unhealthy carbs, they're high in sugar. When you drink alcohol in particular, it increases your appetite, and it usually leads to poor food choices and lack of willpower there. So making healthy choices in this area of your diet can make a huge impact. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. If you need to spice it up a bit, add some fruit, choose sparkling water, put in a splash of 100% fruit juice to add a little flavor, but make sure that you're drinking enough water. For those holiday specialty drinks and coffee drinks, try to make them an occasional treat. Order a small size. Ask for them to be made with low fat or skim milk, or substitute almond or soy options. Just go easy, and then go easy on the toppings. Say no to the whipped cream and the sugary syrups. If you want to add more flavor, add in cinnamon or nutmeg or vanilla or peppermint extract. Or just skip those all together and have a nice hot cup of tea. When drinking alcohol, drink it slowly. Choose some lower calorie, lower carb options. If you can dilute it at all, when it's like a mixed cocktail, mix it with club soda, sparkling water, or even just water with a lemon or lime, or add a splash of fruit juice. Remember that moderation is key with all of these things. Another key to staying healthy during the holidays is making sure that you're staying active. So most people will skip their workout to make room for more seasonal activities, which is kind of just a double whammy. You add potentially stressful situations where you're overbooked, plus you're taking away one of the best stress relievers that there is in exercise. So getting in regular exercise helps you not only stay healthy physically, but mentally as well. So keep moving, avoid sitting for prolonged periods of time, watching football games, talking with relatives. Try to get up and do some light activity for just 5 minutes at least every hour. Try to get your workout done in the morning if you can, so you don't get distracted or busy with other demands and activities throughout the day. And get rid of that all or nothing mindset. You may not always have time for your regular exercise routine, but some exercise is better than none. So rather than skipping it all together, simply just scale back. Go for a 10-minute walk, do some light stretching, get creative, engage family members when possible, take a class, or take a walk to go see the lights. You may have to change your mindset on what counts as exercise for you during this time, but just try to stay as active as you can and use every opportunity to do so. Walk as much as possible. Take some extra laps around the mall while you're shopping. Park at the back of the lot, use the stairs. Maybe you're at family's house and they're preparing for the holiday and you can volunteer to walk their dog. Lots of family type means kiddos around a lot of times. So play with those kids, chase them around the house, take them for a walk, go to the park with them. Try to use every opportunity to stay active. Plan ahead as well. So plan your workouts for the week. Note them in your schedule so that you can physically see them there. If you're traveling to visit family, do some research ahead of time. Find some walking paths or trails nearby. Plan some simple workouts that don't need any equipment or very little equipment. Or maybe even the family that you're visiting has equipment available for you to use. Do a little research ahead of time and plan out for how you're going to continue to stay active. And then, of course, whether we like it or not, winter is here. So instead of hibernating, instead of, saying it's too cold, try to make the most of winter. Get involved in some winter activities that can help, add in a little activity. Go ice skating, sledding, snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, downhill skiing. Find something you enjoy and make the most of it. You're going to enjoy the winter more in general, and it's going to be a way for you to stay active. So again, it's easy to come up with excuses this time of year, as it is any other time of year, on why we can't stick to our healthy routines, especially with exercise. You may be saying you're too busy, or again, you're traveling, so you can't exercise the way you normally do, or it's too cold outside. Or a lot of people get into that mindset that, well, I'll just wait till after the holidays. It'll be my New Year's resolution, or I'm too busy now. It's not really a time to start this, and different things like that. But if staying healthy really is important to you, then this also needs to be a priority. And there are ways to get around each and every one of these excuses. It just takes some time and some planning on your part to prepare for that. Another important aspect of staying healthy through the holidays is taking care of yourself emotionally, mentally as well. Right now we have that self-care challenge going on, which really focuses on this, and I think that's really great. And some of the strategies for that could be, getting more sleep. Sleep can lead to weight gain. It can lead to additional stress, irritability, and most of us sleep less well this time of year because we're out later at activities or we're staying up late trying to get things ready for the holidays. But losing sleep over the perfect meal or a present, it's not going to make your family happier or you happier or healthier. So just do yourself a favor, do your family a favor, make sleep a priority. Take time for yourself too. In this busy schedule, we often are focusing on getting everything else ready, making sure everyone else is set. Spending just 15 minutes alone without distractions can give yourself the time that you need to refresh. And this me time can happen anytime. It can be at the end of the night. You're able to sit down and watch your favorite holiday movie or read a book, take a hot bath, listen to some relaxing music, whatever it might be that you enjoy. Or it may be something that you do throughout the day. You take a walk, maybe during the hustle and bustle of a holiday get-together. You offer to run an errand so you get some quiet time to yourself in the car on the way there or back. Or maybe you schedule a massage or go get your nails done. Find something that you enjoy, not something that you feel obligated to do, but something you really enjoy, and set time aside for that. Also need to learn to say no. If you want to say no to a certain event, or no to overspending on gifts, or no to hosting an event, you have to give yourself the right to do that and do what's best for you. Slow down from the hustle and bustle. Ask yourself, what do you really want to get out of this holiday? How can you make it happen? What's most important to you? What traditions are most important that you want to keep, and what can you say no to? Try not to overcommit, overbook yourself, and really stress yourself out. And then again, perfection is not the key to happiness. This can be one of the top killers of being able to enjoy the holidays, is becoming so wrapped up in planning the best holiday that you lose the ability to actually experience those good moments when they are happening. You worry about whether everyone is happy with the meal, if anyone is fighting about politics, or if the kids are eating too much sugar. And you just miss those gratifying moments that really are supposed to make those holidays magical. So one of the best ways you can take care of yourself this time is to give up your expectations of the perfect family with the perfect tree while hosting the perfect parties with the perfect gifts. That type of thinking can be really damaging. It sets the expectations way too high. So try to scale back on those ideas. Open yourself up to really experience the joy of the holiday season and not focus so much on everything being perfect. And a good way to start embracing, that present moment is by taking a few minutes to find one thing you feel good about right now. Try to linger on that thought as long as possible and stop to do that often. When you stop trying to make your holiday fit and ideal, then you can open up that time, that space in your mind to really savor the holiday and enjoy everything it has to offer. Then, of course, we need to be realistic, as I was saying, with our expectations. It's okay this time of year to maintain, whether that be your weight, your physical activity, your mental health. You don't need to set unrealistic weight loss goals. If you know that in the past weight gain has been an issue, maybe just set a goal to maintain this year. Try not to tell yourself that you're going to diet after the holidays. Having that anticipation of that food restriction often makes us want to overeat and to binge over the holidays, knowing that we're not going to get that food in the future. If sticking to your normal exercise routine is hard, then don't try to add in anything extra or anything new. Find out what you think is realistic and try to maintain that. And then, of course, maintaining your sanity this time of year is also important too, and taking care of that mental health like we talked about. And then remember that holidays are just that, they're a day. So it's okay to enjoy that day, whether it be on that holiday or a different time when you're celebrating with family or friends, or even just a couple days. But don't let it turn into a full week, a full month of overindulging, of lack of activity, of excess stress. Understand that 1 or 2 days throughout this month or throughout this season aren't going to sabotage all, your health or wellness or anything like that typically. But if you let it turn into more than that, then that's where the problems start. So as you move forward, try to think about what barriers may seem to be standing in your way of staying healthy through the holiday season, then make a plan for how you're going to overcome them. Set yourself up for success by knowing ahead of time how you're going to deal with the busy days, the difficult situations, and the holiday food. Having that plan can make it easier for you to make those healthy choices in each moment that comes up. So thank you for listening to this presentation. I hope that you got some good tips, some good ideas on how you can stay healthy throughout this year, make healthy food choices, stay active, keep those stress levels manageable. As always, if you have any questions or anything, please feel free to reach out to me, schedule a coaching session, just email me, call me, whatever it is. Shoot me that question any way that you need to. And there will be a quiz that you can take after listening to this presentation. You can submit that quiz on the Google form if you have access to that as an employee, or for spouses, or if you don't have access. There will be a PDF form available on Google Drive and an email, and then also on your dashboard. If you get that, please just take that quiz and then print it out, fill in your answers, scan it, take a picture of it, however is easiest, and then email it back to me at that Wellness Coach email that you see on the screen there. Well, thank you, everybody, and I hope you have a happy holiday season.